Hey everybody, this is Jim Kurtz with Harvest Harmonics. I want to welcome you here to the Ask an Expert show and the innovation in agriculture. And today we're going to be talking about a subject that some of us love, some of us hate, but we're going to be talking about money. We're going to be talking about economics. A lot of our shows, if you've watched our Facebook channel or our YouTube channel, or you've seen some of our presentations, you know that we're very passionate about helping farmers and we're passionate about helping people eat healthier. People have healthier fruits and vegetables that they can eat, and we're passionate about helping farmers make more money. But today I want to talk a little bit about sense of urgency because it's kind of important. It's very easy to look at changes or look at improvements and look at things and sort of say, well, that looks really interesting, but let me think about it, or let me get to it, or I'll get to it next year, or we got too much on our plate right now. We'll think about it. And of course, you always should think about new decisions and changes that you're going to make and improvements. This is important. It's important that you consider things carefully and that you really do what's best for you and your business and your farm. But today I want to kind of show you something that sometimes we overlook. Sometimes we always think about the cost of something. Like if wanted to go out and buy a new car, I might like the car. I might say, well, this would really work for me and I really enjoy it. But then I'm going to look at the cost and say, wow, that car is $20,000 or it's $40,000, right? And then I start looking at, well, do I really need that car right now? Is it going to help me? But let's look at the other side of it. What is it costing you to not have that car? In the case of a car, it may or may not affect you. But if that car has been breaking down and you're constantly having to fix it and put more money in it, then you might be looking at the fact that not having that car or not having that tractor or not having that piece of equipment might be costing you a lot of money. So today I want to show you, and if you've seen some of our other presentations, again, you've probably already seen me show you how much more money farmers are already making by using our Kiminase plant booster. And those numbers are actually just getting better. We should be seeing an avalanche of new case studies and new harvest numbers this year. And so we're looking forward to presenting those to you in the future. But if you've watched any of our presentations in the past, you've probably already seen that we're making farmers a lot more money. We're increasing yields by 15, 20, 30, sometimes even double, even 100% and more increases in yield. And we're helping reduce water usage and input costs and all the other things because we're boosting the plant's metabolism and we're making that plant so much more efficient at growing and producing the fruits and vegetables that we all want, that it's handling a lot of issues with agriculture, both economic and health wise. But today I want to show you guys what happens when you wait too long. You put the decision off till next year, when you wait till the next year, when you wait till the next month, because it is a real factor. They will wait till next year or next season or the next even next month. A lot of times we don't think about the lost benefit. Like, how much money are you really losing by putting that decision off till next year or next month? So today I want to go through some examples of some of the cost benefit analysis that we've done with farmers this year and show you not only how much money they're making with Kiminasi Plant Booster, but also we'll kind of break it down for you and find out what if they didn't make that decision? How much would they have lost when it comes down to waiting too long? And again, you can consider things, talk it over with your partners, talk it over with your family, make sure it's the right decision for you, but don't let that decision turn into a 3 month or 6 month or even a year long decision that could be costing you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So let me just share my screen with you. I want to show you um, what some farmers who did take advantage of this are making, and also kind of go over um, what that would have cost them had they not taken advantage of it. So uh, I'm going to do this 1 second, and okay, there we go. Good. So the first thing I'm going to do here is just go move it over to this particular first example is on corn. Now, as we all know, corn is not one of those crops that is a commodity crop, and it's not one of those crops where you're going to make 50 or $100,000 per acre in terms of your revenue. It's just not that type of crop. So we're starting off with some commodity crops to show you that even commodity crops like corn, soybeans, wheat, even those farmers are making more money with Kiminasi plant booster. So the first example here is we did with a particular farmer earlier in the year. And we're testing this on a 120 acre pivot. Okay, so 120 acre field. With all of the fertilizers and other costs that he puts, he says he puts about $200 an acre in fertilizer and fungicide and other types of input costs. And then he produces. It says pounds per acre here in this picture here, and this cost benefit, but it's actually bushels per acre. So he was getting 275 bushels per acre. So he's doing pretty good there. His price per bushel, he averaged out to about $5 a pound. Now, with what we've seen on farms all around the world, we told them, said, look, you're looking at about a 20% savings in fertilizer and pesticide costs and an increase in production of about 20%. So with an increase of 20%, we're going to get him 55 bushels of corn per acre on this field. That's what we're expecting. Now, the price per pound, that translates at $5 a bushel, that translates to an extra $275 per bushel. And when you look at the whole field here, the cost savings plus the extra yield, he's going to make $315 more per acre by using our Kiminasi system this year. And that translates over the 120 acres to $37,800. Now, let's take a step back for a second and let's really take a look at how much does that translate. If we break that down on a per month basis, now corn is about a 6 month crop, but let's just break that down and said, if he had waited even 1 month, okay, and he planted this a month later, and we divide $37,800 by six, because it's a 6 month season here, that means he would have lost $6,000 on that 120 acre field. Now imagine that. Imagine just waiting a month and thinking, God, if I wait a month on making this decision, it's going to cost me $6,000. But let's just say on corn, let's be more conservative and say, what if we only got him a 10% increase in yield? Because 275 is a pretty good number as it is. He'd still be losing $21,300 on that field, right? So we look at this and go, oh, imagine if he lost uh, 21,000 in $21,000 over a 6 month season. That's about $3,000, almost $4,000. So $3,500 per month. So if he waits 1 month, he costs himself $3,500 in yield that he would have otherwise had. If he waits 2 months, that's 7,000. If he waits 3 months, that's over $10,000. So putting off a decision for 3 months could cost you $10,000 if you're a corn farmer. So let's take another example here. This is another corn farmer here, and I'm going to change the numbers here because I actually found out I had this saved on an online thing. So, but let's just take a look at this. He's trying it on a 40 acre pivot, so it's a bit smaller, and he's in South Carolina. He's growing corn also, and again, he spent $700 on pesticides, fungicides, and other things per acre per year, and he's doing about 236 bushels of corn per acre, and 490 about the same. So he's actually going to make another 37 bushels an acre with a 16% increase in yield. That's what we projected him at, and saving 10% of his fertilizer costs. So the overall benefit and difference in cost is $255 per acre. That's $10,000 over the course of the whole 40 acres in this first year. So again, assuming a 6 month season, $10,000 is about 10,000. It's about 1,800 bucks per acre or per month, excuse me. So per month, if he waited an extra month, he would be missing out on $1,800. Again, he waits 2 months, that's $3,600. And something like that can be truly, truly cost prohibitive there. Let's take a look at another example. Okay, so let's take a look at this one is wine grapes, I believe. Yeah. So wine grapes. This is in Oregon. This is a smaller grower. He's got 10 acre field here. But again, he's currently producing about 280 pounds per acre here. Again, small wine grape grower, not a big volume grower by any means, but he's getting about $40. Actually, I don't think that's per pound. I think it's also per bushel now that I'm thinking about it. Or 280 bushels and $40 a bushel. He's actually going to make an extra 56 bushels, which is going to net him $2,000 per acre over the course of the full year. And over the course of the 10 acres, that's $20,000. And again, it's about a 6 month season here for wine grapes. So divide $20,000 by six, and you get how much money it would cost him. That's again another $3,500 per month that it could cost him. So if he had waited till another month later, he could have cost himself $3,500. If he waited 3 months, it could cost him $10,000. That's more than the cost of the system, by the way. That's a lot more than what our system costs. So you could be losing a lot of money here. Let's take a look at some other examples here. This is again a small blueberry farm. Blueberries is a very high value crop. Okay, so high value blueberry crop like this, again, 12,000 pounds per acre is what he's currently doing. With the Kiminasi plant booster, we're expecting him to get 2,400 extra pounds. And at 350 a pound, that's $8,400 per acre. Now, $8,400 per acre. Now, I want you to stop and think about that. This is blueberries is actually a 3 month season. So divide $42,000 of his whole 5 acres. 5 acres is $42,000. So divide that by 3 months. If this blueberry grower waited 1 month, it would cost him, about $13,000, about maybe 14,000, excuse me. So $14,000 just by waiting 30 days. If you break that down per day, that's about $500 a day. So I want to just impinge upon you the importance of course, make the good decision, think it over, but don't think it over for 3 months. Don't think it over for 6 months. Make a decision. We back every decision up with a money back guarantee if it doesn't work. We take all the risk away from the farmers. We want you guys to feel safe and secure and know that you're investing in your farm and investing in the future of your farm and something that's going to make your farm truly better and make you a lot more money. And you don't have to worry about investing in something where you feel you're going to lose your money if it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, we'll give you your money back. And by the way, we've not had a single farmer in 600 that's ever asked for their money back because we always get results. Let's take a look at another example here. This was in Hawaii in a sweet potato farm. Now, again, this is a 50-acre field. He's currently doing about 10,000 pounds per acre here, and he's getting 85 cents a pound. Potatoes, again, kind of another commodity crop, not making a ton of money necessarily. But they're having problems with in Hawaii with these long, thin potatoes that aren't like really big and really fleshy. It has to do with the soil that they have there, and it's very difficult for them to get enough nutrients to the soil to get the sweet potatoes to a nice ripe size. Also, the ground is very hard, so again, the tubers are burrowing in and they're very long, but they're not fleshing out because the compaction of the soil is actually preventing them from fleshing out and becoming nice and round or nice, you know, oval shape as opposed to very long, thin shape. So this particular farmer, we told her, said, look, you're going to get 20% on that because we're going to help break apart the soil compaction like we've done on other farms, and we're going to improve the root growth and root structure, which is going to enhance the tuber production, obviously. So we're going to get a human 20% increase in yield there. That's an extra 2,000 pounds per acre. Now, when you talk about a 50-acre farm, we're talking about a net gain of $1,700 per acre or $85,000 over that one 50-acre field. Now, 85,000, again, this is a 6 month season here for sweet potatoes. So divide that out, and that's literally about $14,000 per month that the guy that she's losing. And she's discussing it with her father, and I think they're going to be closing here pretty soon. But imagine if you're just thinking about it, have that conversation. Let us answer your questions, but let's get this situation done in a week. Let's make that decision so that you can take advantage of this and get all your money's worth. Because if they wait and they wait a month, that could be $14,000. That's an expensive decision. That's an expensive thing to do if you're waiting. So let's take a look at another example here. This is watermelons. Again, they're getting 45,000 pounds per year, per acre per year on the watermelons. Now that's about a little less than, I can't remember how many, I think that's 20 tons, but we've already shown on other examples where we've increased production by 12 tons per hectare from 20 to 30 tons. So the number that I quoted him, which was 20%, is actually fairly low. I expect him to get at least another probably 15,000 to 20,000 tons based upon his current production. But keeping it at relatively conservative amounts at 20%, he's going to make an extra 9,000 pounds per acre on his watermelons. And at 20 cents a pound, he's going to make $1,800 per acre in a year. So that's 18,000 over the course of this 10-acre block. Again, it's not a large field, it's 10 acres. But $18,000 divided by 12 is $1,500. Now, over the course of a 6 month season, that's double that. That's $3,000 per month. So again, if he had waited an extra month, that would have cost him $3,000. If he waited 3 months, that's $9,000 that waiting costs you. There sometimes there's things that are more expensive than the price, by the way. The price of our system is nowhere near $1,000 an acre or $2,000 an acre or $3,000 an acre. Yet those are the kinds of results we're producing on a routine basis with Kiminasi. So I want you guys to take into account, and here's another example, aloe vera, and this is in Mexico, by the way. This is not, some high-end place where you think, oh my God, this is like a cherry crop or strawberries or hemp or something that's super high value. This is aloe vera. It's used a ton in the pharmaceutical industry for gels and lotions and those types of things. This particular farmer has a 125-acre block that he's going to test. He's currently making 275 tons, I believe, per acre, and then at $50 a ton. So he's going to make an extra 55. I'm sorry, that's not tons. I can't remember the unit of measure. It might be a bushel here. I have to find out, or it might be kilograms too. But 275 was low. But anyway, with the additional increase in yield, what we're going to see is an extra 55 units per year. Now, at $50 a unit, that's 2750, $2,750. I do think it is tons actually, or if not, it might be kilograms. But anyway, $2,750 per acre. Again, even subtracting the cost of the device that we charge them here, 2,750, and that's $343,000. Now, this is a year-round product, so this is a 12-month product. So, but stop and think about that for a second. You have a high-value crop like aloe vera, for example, and you say, you know what, this looks good. Everything looks good. Everything you're showing me makes sense. I know it can help my farm. I want to invest, but I want to think about it. Okay, great. Think about it. Take your time. Talk it over with your partners. A month later goes by, and this particular farmer, I kind of tease him about it because, we went back and forth. It took him 6 months to make a decision. Now, 6 months at $343,000 a season, or excuse me, a year, is going to cost him, divide that by 12. What is that? That's almost $30,000. It's about $25,000 a month. So the 6 months that he waited cost him about $150,000. That's an expensive thing to do. Waiting can be really expensive. If you have a high value crop and you want to wait 6 months, it's going to cost you a lot of money, and it's not my fault. I want to help every farmer I can. I don't want you to become a victim of uncertainty or waiting. That's why we give our no farmer loses money guarantee, because we want to make sure that you understand that the money is there, that the opportunity is there for you to completely change the results on your farm and change it for the better. And we take away all the risks to make it as easy as possible for you. All you have to do is give us a call and get started. Another example here, walnuts. This is in California, and California is having a huge drought problem right now. We're expecting to get about I have 10% just to keep it pretty conservative here. But even at 10%, $950 per acre in extra production, just at 10%. At 20%, and that's $1,800. But the total profit for their 7-acre block on this small test field that we had here is going to net him an extra $6,600. So imagine $6,600. It's a 6-month season. That's about $1,000 a season, $1,100 a season. If he had waited 3 months, that would be $3,000 he would have lost. And sometimes with something like almonds, where you have it blooms once and you have a fruit set, you could lose the whole thing. You could have lost the whole thing, the whole $6,000, just by waiting 1 year. Now, that's an expensive proposition. So let me stop sharing my screen here. So I just want to impinge upon you guys the importance of course, take your time, do your due diligence, ask all the questions, talk it over with your partners, and make sure that it's the right decision for you. But do that in a small window of time, because we're offering the opportunity to take advantage of something that doesn't come around every day. This doesn't come around every year or every 5 years or every 10 years. This type of an opportunity comes around once in a generation if we're lucky. The green revolution that really sparked agricultural production back in the 60s is reinvigorated now with a new technology that's going to dramatically make the plants dramatically more efficient at utilizing all those soil amendments and nutrients that we've developed over the last 50 years. And this type of product is going to be around for a long time. In fact, it's going to be the future of the way everybody does business. However, if you wait until everybody else is already using it, the value of the commodity will equal itself out, and you're going to lose a lot of money. If you wait 2 or 3 years, as you've seen on some of these crops, that could be hundreds of thousands of dollars that you're losing, that you're not putting in your pocket. not because of the cost of our system, but because the system produces those types of results. And I want you guys to have that opportunity to succeed the way that our farmers already are. But all I can do is show you the door. All I can do is show you the opportunity. I can't force anybody to do something they don't want to do. I can't force somebody to make what I believe is an obvious and correct decision for their farm. You have to walk through the door, guys. You have to take me up on my opportunity. And you have to do it now because honestly, the introductory pricing that we've had over the last 2 years as we launched is going to be expiring soon. And then you're going to really hate yourself the fact that you waited until now the price is maybe double what it was before. And we're not doing that for any other reason other than we have to get this technology out to as many farmers as we can. And that requires personnel, infrastructure, dealers, and a lot of different things. So we want to make sure we're servicing farms all over the world, and we're already making connections in far-flung areas, all the way down to Fiji and over in the Caribbean and South Africa and Australia, and even in various places in Africa and Asia. So we're getting this technology out there, and the word is getting out. If you haven't heard about it yet, you're going to hear about it soon. So jump on this opportunity while you can. Don't spend a lot of time thinking it over, mulling it over, and waiting because at the end of the day, the more you wait, the more money you lose because this technology is producing amazing profits for farmers all over the world. And I don't want you to miss that boat. How many times in your life have you looked at opportunities like this and you just missed the boat? You just didn't say yes, you didn't pull the trigger, or you did, but you waited later. Let me give you a really good example of another type of an opportunity where where waiting really probably cost you. And I'll use myself as an example because I've done this too. Nobody's immune to this. Nobody's immune to waiting or not taking advantage of opportunities when they arise. You know, 10 years ago, I had the opportunity, or maybe it was 7 or 8 years ago. I can't remember how many. It was about 8 to 10 years ago. I had the opportunity to jump in on Bitcoin when it was about, I think, $10 per coin. I had the opportunity to go out and buy, I think it was 1,000 Bitcoins. Um, and I think I could have even gotten it for less money than it was at the time. I think there was some kind of deal where I would have gotten those thousand for like $5 a coin. So I would have invested $5,000 to get 1,000 Bitcoin. But I was looking at it. I did the research. I kind of thought about it. I didn't pull the trigger, and I just said, yeah, I want to wait and see if this thing's going to pan out because at that time nobody knew if Bitcoin was going to take off. But now, of course, a single Bitcoin is about $40,000. So 5,000 of those would have been something like $200 million. So I had the opportunity then to invest 5,000 and I would have had 200 million now. So how do you think I feel about that decision? Do you think I feel happy that I waited or happy that I didn't pull the trigger? No, I didn't. So this is one of those opportunities, guys. This is like a Bitcoin. I mean, I can't promise you're going to get, that type of return on investment, but you will definitely make a lot of money. You will definitely make thousands, if not tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars by using this technology and using it before everybody else jumps on board. Because again, everybody else jumps on board and the whole productivity of the entire world agricultural market starts to increase, then the commodity nature of it means the prices are going to equalize out. And the amount you're producing now is not going to be worth nearly as much as it will be as it is now. It's just not going to be worth that much because if you're producing 30% more yield, then everybody's producing 30% more yield, then the pricing is going to equal itself out and you're not going to get as much money as you were. So take advantage of this opportunity now, produce the yield now while the price is still high, while people are still finding out about this, and make that money, put the money in your pocket, take advantage of this. Make a good decision, make the right decision for your farm, make the risk-free decision for your farm, and jump on this opportunity while you can because these types of numbers are, we see them every day. And it literally breaks my heart when I hear a farmer saying, well, I don't know, I'm going to wait till next year because I know that that farmer just made a decision that's going to cost him tens of thousands of dollars. And I hate to see that. I want to help farmers. That's my job. So let me help you. Let's work out a situation where you can take advantage of this opportunity now, and we'll work it out to make to where it makes sense for you and your farm. We'll have one-on-one consultations. I can work together a definitive cost benefit like you've seen here for your farm, and I want to help you. So let me help you. Let's jump on this and let's work together to make your farm part of the future of farming today. So I do have one question here that I'm saying, do I pay every year for a new device? And the answer to that question is that our transmitters are self-contained units. They do not require power or any other maintenance once they're installed, and they are designed to last for 2 years from the first time you irrigate to the next time. So you'll have 2 full seasons. If you have multiple seasons per year, you may get multiple 3, 4, 5 seasons, with this device. But no matter what the season is, we'll make sure that this is a profitable venture for you. We guarantee that you're not going to lose money, but we want to help you make a lot more money, not just make your money back. So give us a call at 727. Let me put the caption here. Sorry, 727 324-6750. If you'd like to have a personal consultation with me or one of my staff, you can also go to our website at www.harvestharmonics.com. You can fill out a request for information form, or you can also, of course, email us at service@harvestharmonics.com, and we will be happy to follow up with you later on. So that's all we got today, guys. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being a farmer and working so hard to help everybody eat healthy. We want to support you in that mission, and we're offering you an opportunity that I really feel you can't pass up. So please give us a call and let's work together and help make your farm part of the future of farming today. Have a great weekend, guys. We'll see you again next week.